Section 1. Introduction to ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core 8 is a free and open-source framework. It's used to build modern web applications. You can build websites, web APIs, and microservices with it. It's fast, lightweight, and cross-platform. This means it can run on Windows, macOS, and Linux. ASP.NET Core is built on .NET, a powerful and versatile platform. It's maintained by Microsoft and the .NET community. ASP.NET Core is a popular choice for developers. That's because it is powerful, flexible, and easy to learn. This essay will guide you on how to get started with ASP.NET Core 8. You'll learn how to set up your development environment. We'll also cover how to create a new project and run your application. Section 2. Setting up your development environment. Before you start building ASP.NET Core applications, you need to set up your development environment. This involves installing the necessary software and tools. The essential tool you need is the .NET 8 SDK, or Software Development Kit. The .NET SDK includes the runtime, libraries, and command line tools for building .NET applications. You can download the latest version of the .NET SDK from the official website. After installing the .NET SDK, you'll need a code editor or an integrated development environment, also known as an IDE. Visual Studio, Visual Studio Code, and JetBrains Writer are popular choices for ASP.NET Core development. Visual Studio Code is a lightweight, cross-platform code editor. It has excellent support for C# and ASP.NET Core development through extensions. Section 3. Creating a new ASP.NET Core project. Once your development environment is set up, you can create a new ASP.NET Core project. You can create a project using the command line or an IDE like Visual Studio. To create a new project from the command line, open your terminal or command prompt. Navigate to the directory where you want to create your project, then run the command. This command creates a new web application project named MyWebApp in a folder named MyWebApp. If you're using Visual Studio, you can create a new project by selecting Create a New Project. Choose ASP.NET Core Web App from the project templates. Then follow the wizard to configure your project settings, such as the project name, location, and target framework. Section 4. Running your ASP.NET Core application. After creating your ASP.NET Core project, you can run it to see it in action. To run your application from the command line, navigate to the project directory in your terminal. Then, execute the command. This command will build and start your application. In Visual Studio, you can run your application by pressing F5 or clicking the Start button. By default, the application will be launched in your default web browser. You should see a welcome page or the default template you selected during project creation. Section 5. Understanding the file structure. An ASP.NET Core project has a specific file structure. Understanding this structure is essential for navigating and working with your project. The file is the entry point of your application. It configures the web application host and defines the request processing pipeline. It's where you define how your application should respond to incoming requests. The file is responsible for configuring services and the application's request pipeline. You can add middleware, configure dependency injection, and set up other application-level settings in this file. Section 6. Troubleshooting and common mistakes. When starting with ASP.NET Core, you might encounter some common issues. Here are a few tips for troubleshooting. Check your .NET SDK version. Ensure that you have the correct .NET SDK version installed on your system. Verify your dependencies. Make sure all the required NuGet packages are installed and up to date. Examine the error messages. Pay attention to the error messages displayed in the console or browser. They often provide valuable clues about the issue. Use debugging tools. Take advantage of debugging tools available in your IDE to step through your code and identify problems. Section 7. Additional resources and next steps. To further your understanding of ASP.NET Core, consider exploring these resources. Microsoft Docs. The official documentation provides comprehensive information about ASP.NET Core features, concepts, and APIs. ASP.NET Core Tutorials. Microsoft offers a variety of tutorials to guide you through building different types of applications with ASP.NET Core. Online communities. Engage with the vibrant ASP.NET Core community on forums, Stack Overflow, and social media platforms. GitHub repositories. Explore open-source ASP.NET Core projects on GitHub to learn from real-world examples. As you progress, you can delve into advanced topics like authentication, authorization, database integration, and deployment. Continuous learning and experimentation are key to mastering ASP.NET Core development.